How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all the Push for World Series video. I'm in the middle of the CS division at around 8:30, so this will be a couple games of ranked seasons, trying to get closer to the actual games for World Series, if that makes sense. So we are going up against a really good player. He was also a part of the live stream the other day. I wanted to include some highlights from this game. Some of these games are really intense. A lot of them have some really good highlights. I've played some really tough games throughout this entire ranked season so far. So I'm really looking to have a good game right here and continue on the win streak. I've lost a couple games so far in this ranked seasons for this season simply because I haven't been able to hit the ball consistently. At times I have been able to score a lot of runs, and then other times I've been completely shut down. So we give up an early lead. That is usually how it goes down, especially if we're the home team. I usually give up an early lead in the game. We're down 1-0, and Babe Ruth sends one to center field. I really believe that Babe Ruth is the best card in the game. Didn't get rewarded on that previous swing, but for the most part, it seems like everything he hits is a rocket, whether it's an out or an extra base hit, a home run. It seems like he is the best hitter in the game, and then his defense, of course, is pretty good out there as he made that play in left field. But this opponent was definitely on the baseball, consistently squaring it up. Didn't really know what to throw him early on in this game. He hit the slider out that I threw with Bob Feller with Nolan Arenado. Hit that one out for a home run. He's definitely being able to pull the baseball, pulling outside pitches, turning on the inside pitch, going the other way with it. So it makes it a little bit more challenging to try and pitch. I'm also using a guy that has kind of borderline 50-50 control, which means it's going to be random whether he throws the ball where he wanted to or not, even with good input. So it makes it a little bit more difficult, but at the same time, Bob Feller is my ace. He has been my most effective pitcher as of recently, so I wanted to use him in the game. Anyway, we have we're facing Clayton Kershaw. I had a tough time getting anything going. I gave away a few at-bats early on in this game. I gave away some outs by just chasing some bad pitches, swinging at some pitches I probably shouldn't have, and trying to get something going here. Another little bit of a late swing right here with Lou Gehrig. Did not get rewarded on that one, send it into the gap or anything. Just popped it up, got it maybe off the handle or the end of the bat, not really sure, because it was an inside pitch. I went the other way with it, kind of inside out. Then following batter, a ground into a double play there. Not the best way to hit with guys on base, and that's probably been the difference in some of these games that I've lost. I think because I'm not able to consistently hit with runners on, it definitely puts the pressure on me to hit well early in the inning, as well as when I do get that opportunity, I haven't been able to clutch up and get the job done. Anyway, I felt like at times I was squaring up the ball. Both of us were. It seemed like the wind wasn't, I know there's no wind in ranked seasons, but it seemed like there might have been some wind blowing in. He had some balls hit to the warning track that I thought were gone. Here I got pretty lucky hitting into a fielder's choice. We have Willie Mays up at the plate. A really big pitch right here, a really big opportunity, and I popped up. I jammed myself, popped up to right field, and you can't afford to do that. You have two guys on base. You haven't scored yet, only a couple hits in the game. You have to clutch up with the best hitter, one of the best hitters to get in the game against lefties. I mean, Willie Mays is an absolute glitch. I've been really struggling with him lately, though. I have not really been getting anything going with him. I haven't been able to hit for power with him, pull the baseball at all, and I've been doing that a lot. Late base hits the other way, or late jammed hits the other way. Anyway, Lou Gehrig is stepping up. It would have been nice to get this double earlier when I popped up with them into the gap. We had a guy on base. Just really haven't been able to get the timely hits. We need one right here with Pujols. I just missed it, got underneath the baseball. That was a great pitch from the opponent as well, up and away. That's a good spot to Pujols. I know that he's able to turn on really anything, and that card I do have success with turning on pitches in the inside corner. But finally, we break the shutout. We hit one out with Cody Bellinger kind of late in this ball game. Bottom of the 6th inning, we hit one out, unable to get anything going. It's top of the 7th. Really been pretty much a defensive game up until this point. A pitcher's duel, 2-1. Haven't really played a game like this in a while of ranked seasons either, where not really that many runs are scored. Most of the time, it's a slugfest. It's an offensive battle, and pitching is really tough. So it's most of the time the offense is really what separates, the win or the loss in the game. Anyway, it's a 2-1 game, bottom of the 7th. Still have 3 innings to work with. Feel like I'm down by a few more than 1 run at this time. Feels like I'm down by a couple simply because of the way I've been playing. Haven't really been on the ball that great in this one. Haven't been able to consistently square it up. But we get something going here, and got Frank Thomas up at the plate. 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. You're not going to win many games doing that. We got something here though. A base hit up the middle with Frank. I'm trying to send Lou Gehrig home, and Pablo Sanchez is running to third base. He just completely ruined that inning. I was pressing for him to go back. I was pressing the left stick to the left, aiming it towards third base, trying to press triangle to send the runner back to second, and did not score that run. As you see there, it's still a 2-1 game. Even though Lou Gehrig was about to score, he was tagged out. Pablo Sanchez was tagged out before that run came across. So that's unfortunate. We got the tag out, and I popped this one up in the bottom of the 8th. It's just not looking good at this point. I've had pitches that I can capitalize. I've missed almost all of them, and I have still not scored with runners on base. That will probably end up in a fielder's choice with Frank Thomas because he got thrown out. I don't really know how that scored, but we didn't get the opportunity. We didn't capitalize on the opportunity. Bottom of the 9th inning, 1 down, facing Billy Wagner. We have Lou Gehrig up at the plate, and we get the weirdest check swing I've ever seen. I couldn't have pressed the button down any harder. It was an off-speed pitch. If he does swing, that's probably a ground out to second base. So we got gifted, and we take advantage. We go with the pinch hit. Griffey for Honus Wagner. Didn't have an extra shortstop except for Hornsby, but I don't have an extra second baseman, so somebody was going to be playing out of position in that last game if we did not win it, if we were only able to tie it up. But Griffey hits the walk-off. We move up to about 850 something. We're about 851. We need another win to put ourselves in a pretty good position to get on, to continue on the win streak and make World Series within the next, 3 or 4 games or so. We still need something going. We actually have Christy Mathewson on the mound for a debut video. Very first batter, 3-0 count after I couldn't throw a strike with them. I finally laid one in there. Griffey sends it deep. Very next batter, actually, after 1 out, Lou Gehrig up the plate, smashes that one out for a home run. So back-to-back home runs, not necessarily in a row, but pretty much one right after another with Christy Mathewson in his debut. That card's going to be getting sold. I'm not going to be using that card anymore. I know Pig. I know he's a great player. He's a great hitter. And this is the perfect test to use a pitcher like that. I'm not going to want somebody who is going to get rocked, who I'm not able to locate with, who has really good per nines in terms of control, and I just can't throw a strike with him. Anyway, he won't be having a very big outing in this one, very large outing. He will be taken out fairly soon simply because he's on a short leash. Gave up 2 home runs in the first inning. That's usually how it goes, but I like to use pitchers that I'm more comfortable with, and if that happens when I'm first trying out a card, chances of me keeping him are pretty slim. At the same time, though, I have kept a couple of these other starters who have given up many home runs as well. So I'm just trying to look for somebody that can keep me in the ball game, keep it close, and give me a chance to win if I'm able to hit. That's really all I'm looking for in starting pitching, but I don't think that the Christy Mathewson is the move. Here we get a squared up pitch with Albert Pujols. Griffey is out there robbing me of a base hit, robbing me of extra bases, and I have never seen Griffey make that play in any other corner outfield position. Anyway, that might come into play a little bit later. Griffey will be back in the outfield. I plan on using that card after he hit the walk-off. I'm definitely going to put him back in the lineup. That was a clutch hit. Anyway, we're down a couple runs. We get a nice seeing eye single here after Griffey is now on first base. So we have 84 speed, 83 speed. Griffey was in off the bench in this one once again. But Babe Ruth, best card in the game, has really carried me through the majority of this ranked season. Since picking him up, he has been unbelievable. I've used him as a leadoff hitter. I've used him as a 3-hole hitter. He has been remarkable for me. And same thing with Hornsby. I've kind of mixed up my second baseman, Roberto Alomar, Rogers Hornsby. Hornsby has stepped up, come up clutch in a couple of these ranked seasons games as I make a push towards World Series. But Albert Pujols might be going back to the bench for Chipper Jones. I just seem to hit well with him, but not when I have a clutch situation up. I ground into a double play, pop it up, something like that. Just so far, these last couple at-bats, I think I might go back to Chipper and the switch hitting ability. Anyway, Babe Ruth sending one into the gap. We got something going here. We have a 1-run lead. Pig is an amazing player. I expect more runs to be scored in this game. No lead is safe, especially not 1 run. And the longer the game is 1 run or 1-run difference, then the more time you give the opponent a chance to come back, a chance to get a late hit, just like I did here with Rogers Hornsby. That tacks on another one. Honestly, he could have been out of the inning at this point in the inning. I could have easily struck out with Babe Ruth. I didn't show the pitch, but I swung at a pitch low in the zone and fouled it off. Could have easily been a strikeout, but we need to capitalize. Unable to in the previous game. This situation, I don't really know what happened. I think he got frozen out there with Griffey. Maybe he didn't get the animation, didn't throw it in. But I wasn't going to risk taking home plate, especially with Pujols and 58 speed. We have Honus Wagner coming up to the plate. He hits a no-doubter, so that's a 7-2 ball game. And once again, this lead is not safe. 5-run lead with 4 innings left, or at least 4 opportunities for the opponent. Luckily, we get a big double play here. Kind of ruins the 6th inning. And we have another chance to expand the lead. Facing Andrew Miller, Babe Ruth up at the plate already has a home run, a double. This card is an absolute beast. And there he hits another home run, sending a 2-run shot out. He's amazing. This card is too good. Babe Ruth is the best. He honestly is the MVP of this ranked season. So if I can make World Series, he's the MVP. Just like that, Raul Pig responds with a 2-run shot from Griffey, sends 2 home runs out with Griffey in this video, and was made a comeback. I mean, 9-4. We hit one out with Bellinger and end up winning this game, I believe, 10-4. So we're at about 871. Need a couple more wins for World Series and Babe Ruth or Chipper Jones. Appreciate everybody watching this video. I will have another one uploaded in a little bit. Peace out.